So I've done this walk so many times, across the back garden, and then to here, and then there we go. The simulator studio. And there is the Skytrak Launch Monitor that I've decided to sell, and I'm going to explain why that decision has been made. Hi, it's Craig from Scratch at 50. So I've decided to sell my Skytrak Launch Monitor and literally stop using this golf simulator room that I have in my house. Now, I hear all of you shouting at your phone or whatever you're watching this video on now going, he is absolutely frigging crazy. I would give anything to have that in my house, and I totally get it, okay? But I'm going to explain why I've made that decision. Let's start with what the real positives are with the Skytrak, okay? The bag mapping software on Skytrak is absolutely amazing. I've mentioned it in quite a few of my videos. I have never known my club yardages as well as I do now. In the software, you can put in your altitude, you can put in your humidity, put in all the conditions wherever you are in the world, and you will get really accurate yardages for how far you hit your clubs. And I've noticed that since I've used the Skytrak to get my yardages, that my judgment out on the course using my rangefinder is absolutely amazing. I've never got so many shots to pin eye before, and it's basically because I now know exactly how far I hit my clubs. So that's a massive plus. Two, it's great fun, you know. Over the past 2.5 years, I've had different golf course simulator packages. I've had friends come down, we've had a few beers and we've played a few courses. That is great fun, don't get me wrong, it is amazing. So, you know, also the accuracy of it as well. It's great to be able to see your numbers, your spin numbers. You can work out that the clubs are suited right for you, that you're getting the right kind of ascent, descent angle, the right amount of spin. You know, when I had my last set of pings, it was the Skytrak that highlighted that those clubs weren't right for me. And that's when I changed to my PXGs, and then all the numbers transformed to be exactly where I need them to be. So all of those things are a massive positive. And, you know, for many of those reasons, I don't regret getting the Skytrak and investing in putting this in, because it was quite an investment. But now to the reasons why I've decided to get rid of it. So the main reason is I don't think that my practice in here translates into the real world on the golf course, okay? I find that when I spend a lot of time in here, and this is probably not a real negative of the Skytrak, it's actually a negative of the mat that I'm having to hit off. And unfortunately with the Skytrak, you have to hit off a mat. And when I've spent, maybe it'll be like 2 or 3 weeks, and I've not been able to get to the golf course, and I've started to hit in here. When I go out on the golf course, I find that I'm not taking a divot, I'm catching it too clean. And my sort of angle of my swings got wrong because I've got used to trying to just pick it off this mat. It's not something that I'm consciously doing, it's something that just seems to happen when I spend time hitting shots in here. And the other thing is, a lot of you will know, who've followed the channel for a long time, I do suffer with my back. I've invested in a quite expensive, really well cushioned mat, but even with that, hitting on this quite hard surface, you know, if I spend some time in here, maybe sometimes a bit longer than I should, the next day my back is in absolute bits because there's just no cushioning, or not enough cushioning in here. So, for those two reasons, but the main one being that I honestly don't think that my constructive practice in here is actually helping me out on the golf course. Now, I'm very lucky. My job circumstances have changed slightly, where now I do get some time in the day, in the week, to be able to go down to the golf course for an hour and a half, 2 hours in the winter, and just keep my game ticking over and keep practicing on the golf course in the real world off turf. And there is no substitute for that. This is better than nothing, but it's nowhere near as good as actually playing golf on a real golf course. And that's the key thing. I totally get it. If you're living somewhere where it snows for the whole of the winter and the golf courses are shut, yeah, this is better than nothing. Maybe, you know, you get up for work in the morning, it's dark in the winter, you come home and it's dark, you just don't get a chance to go to the golf course in the week. Yes, this is better than nothing, for sure. But for me, with it being not being good for my swing, because my swing that I develop in here ends up not working on the golf course because I've lost my angle of attack and my nice deep divot and the compression on my golf ball, along with it giving me my back trouble, I've decided that it's time for it to go and for me to sell it. Now, I have got some plans to turn this room into something else that I'll be able to use on the channel, and there'll be more news about that next year, and I'll be really excited when the time's right to kind of tell you what that is. But for now, this is my last time in the simulator studio. Right after this video, I'm taking the Skytrak into the house, I'm taking the photographs, I'm going to put it up for sale. I'm sure someone's going to buy it straight away. You know, we're in October, just before the winter's starting. This is the perfect time to sell it and get the best price for it I can. So, yeah, I don't regret investing in this. You know, it was quite an investment. I don't regret it for a second. It's been fantastic in many ways over the last 2.5 years. But right now, for my circumstances, it's time to spend as much time in the real world on the golf course and stop spending any time in here. Okay, that's it for this video. I really hope you understand my decision and why I've decided to do it. I hope you're enjoying your golf. I hope you are getting out on the golf course, and I will see you in the next video.